Hello everybody. Okay, so I'm going to be hand molding carrots for my new soap carrot cupcake. It's the fragrance oil and it's from Nature's Garden. And I think it's the best carrot cake type smell I've ever smelled. And the vanilla content is only 1 or 0.33 I think actually. So it's not going to discolor too badly. So I like that. Both is that the smell's better and it's not overly spicy. I can actually get a whiff of carrots in there with it. This is for my next soap, and it is a Bastille recipe, and it's got 70% olive oil in this particular recipe. Now, I'm not going to make embeds for other people with 70% olive oil because it's not guaranteed to firm up quick enough. But so I'm going to trying to experiment to see how it would look with a carrot. You know, sometimes I don't want it too long, and I need to get at least 28 of these, so I'm going to divide this out. And I made this a day and a half ago, and it does have 70% olive oil, and that's why I made it further up ahead, is so that it would have time to get thicker, you know. I have made this recipe once before when I didn't have any colorant or fragrance, and I do actually have real carrots in here too. Baby carrot food, like at 5%. Now I'm going to pipe. I'm going to pipe the fringe, the leaf. It's just too difficult to try to make it as part of an embed here, so I'm just putting a little bit of a hole in the carrot end. You know. Instead of putting just to do that, and I'm going to roll it across here, and going to kind of give it a few little carrot marks, and then I'm going to smooth it with the marks still remaining. I hadn't really planned this out yet really well, so I thought about just, you know, putting a little bit of wear and tear lines throughout. Because, you know, if you have a carrot, you know it's got some kind of lines. So, there we go. It's going to be my carrot. And I need at least 28 of these, so I'm going for 30. And I don't want them too long because 24 of them are going to be in my tall and skinny, and I don't want them too wide. I don't want to chop any off this time. So, and I want to have room to put at least a little bit of an end on it when I pipe it. Rough it up and then smooth it back. I like that. Pointier for this one. So, these are going to be the easiest to make, of course. Now, I did have to order some more olive oil, and I will probably try to make this some more next week. I still got a little bit of a froggy voice from having the cold. It still lingers on. I've been wanting to make this soap with the carrot cake smell with this recipe, and especially since I put carrots in it, I just want to have a play on the smell as well. And I'm going to pipe it, at least I'm going to attempt to. Because it is a slow-moving recipe, with it being Bastille, I'm not going to have to worry about it getting too thick on me. I've not noticed that that this particular one, it didn't thicken up too quickly. It's done nicely, but it didn't accelerate really bad. And I'm just using the paper clip here. And I don't know if it's aluminum or not, but all I know is that it's not touching it for very long. So I've seen some molds of carrots online, but I think maybe me hand milling them would be cuter. I can get them rounder all the way around. Now, I used Aztec's neon orange, and I believe I added just a touch of True Red. I don't know. I dulled it down anyway with a, yeah, I think it was a red. Maybe it was a yellow. No, it would have made it brighter. It was a little tiny touch of the red to dull it down from the neon. There, that one. Making little marks all the way across. And get this 6 ways. Sorry about the silence. I am afraid that talking might make me start to cough a little bit. So would it look better without any markings on it or with the markings? I know most carrots you buy in the store have markings on them where they've grown. It's the growth that they show. So tomorrow night, my family is having pizza. I'm making the crust, and everybody else is bringing pre-cooked or pre-prepped ingredients, and we're going to put the pizzas together and bake them and have pizza together. We used to do that at my grandmother's house. I was 33 when my last grandparent passed away, and but we used to do that at her house. We all got together when my cousins from Ohio came down to Kentucky, and we went up to Kentucky. It was all so much fun. Building the pizzas together as a family and then enjoying it. Everybody gets to have their little say in what ingredients goes on top of the pizzas. Of course, we're only making 6 of them, so some of them might have to combine what they want and do half of a pizza. I'm trying to avoid chopping these embeds off the next time, and the American soap, the taller one, I'm going to have to be very careful not to get it too tall. So basically I'm just kind of scoring the different areas of the carrot, not going all the way across, just making little indentation lines in different little areas. And then bringing it back together slightly and just rounding this out by putting a hole right there. You won't see the hole, but it'll make the end look a little bit bigger. Of course, I don't want any of these carrots to break apart on me when I'm putting them in the soap either. And we're almost at the halfway mark. I suppose I'll actually have 2 extra that I can save. The summer when I go to hopefully my town Sourwood Festival, they won't have that application out until mid-February, but I'm halfway saved for it. But when I go to that, and I'm trying to be optimistic, hoping I get accepted, hoping I have the money saved by then. I'm sure I will. But I'm hoping to make little sample bags with my business card inside of it that has a tiny little embed that was left over for a little soap sample to give away free. Of course, with my contact information and all that kind of stuff. So if somebody who picked up a free sample and they decide, oh, they like my soap, they'll come back and become a customer. So that's my goal. That and to sell lots of soaps. This will be my first vending event this summer if I do that. My Aunt Teresa wants me to go down to the Georgia one, the Apple Festival, but I don't know if I could afford that one. Not yet, anyway. There's that carrot. So Mom and I babysit the little boy that my niece has been babysitting while she was having her surgery. And she used to be his foster mom until the mother got back custody of him. And she still babysits and keeps in contact with the mother. And the little boy is all boy. We took him to the store today when I had to get more cocoa butter. And he ran down one aisle and back another, and me and Mom trying to kind of meet up where he couldn't be running around. It was funny. It gave a tickle to some of the other customers in the store to see him doing that. There's that one. Now I have kaolin clay, finely ground oatmeal in this. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep up. I don't know if I have a lot. I tried to put Tussa Silk in it, but I don't think it worked. So I don't think any of it really got in it. I don't think it melted at all, and it didn't get in it. But, so it's got the coconut flour and the kaolin clay and finely ground oatmeal in it. And goat's milk instead of water. Tiny little bit of water because I was trying to dissolve the Tussa Silk, but it didn't work. So I might, for my piping batch, I might try that one more time to see if it works. And if it don't work and don't really melt the Tussa Silk that way, by adding a little extra water that's not really counted, then I'm not going to be able to have Tussa Silk with when I'm using goat's milk. I just don't know how to do that. To put the Tussa Silk in it, I guess it's not really possible. That's what I'm learning. Anyways. I would love to keep the Tussa Silk in it. I love the silky smoothness it brings to it. There we go. This is officially the other half started now. That was number 16. See, I'm also kind of flattening this on the table by pushing the point end down if it's too pointy and making the end fatter. And I've decided I don't really want to make this have too sharp a point. So I am, when I'm putting this on here, I'm kind of doing the lines just a little bit in between each other from one side to the other so that they give a little bit more of a irregular pattern to them. I've got a little box here I'm putting them in. Here is number 18. So this is kind of what it looks like before I smooth it back out. I just want to leave the impression of the lines and not actually the lines themselves, except for in the fine little areas. Now, a carrot has a leaf that looks all frilly and stuff. It would be easier just to pipe the leaf on. I'm letting them remain a little bit knobby. Six more to go. There's that one. Almost got them made. Now I'm going to find something after they set out a day or two so that they won't get too, I put them in a plastic container so they won't dry out on me before I'm ready to make the soap. That one. Countdown. This is 4 more after this one. It'll be 3 more after this one. There's carrot. I remember this time last year, and I was looking at wanting to be able to afford to go to the Sourwood Festival, and I didn't even have my tent yet. So this year, tent I have, table I can borrow. I still need my own tables. Folding tables that will fit in my car is key. Mom has 2 6-foot tables. It won't fit in either of our cars because they don't fold in half like the one that my niece loaned me. So I just had to figure out a good way to have it set up. Good display with that one table. And any tips on what to do, what to use to make a double layer on that one table. Okay, that is all that I have, and there they are. And I'm going to let them air out. I'm going to go ahead and say bye now. Bye.